extreme western areas now of the Bacon County area. Let's go to our weather graphics right now. We can pull those up full and we can actually see what we have going on right now. And that's for the tornado warning in there. Goes through 5:15 this afternoon. So we got another 15 minutes of that. If we can take the graphics up full, we'll be able to show you the graphics and I'll kind of walk through what we have going on. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have as far as the storm itself, and that is continuing to make its way down into that area. And it's this region right here, which moved through the Douglas region and then is heading over towards northeastern areas here of Coffee County. There we go, right there. And you can see it right now. This is the storm which prompted the warning. It's to the north and east of the Chatterton area into the Nichols region, and it's continuing to work pretty quickly out to the northeast. I'm going to put on the velocity, which allows us to see inside the storm and see exactly where we're going to be really concerned about the rotation in here. And we can see with this rotation right here, where the greens meet the reds is where we're concerned about seeing some of that rotation. And that's generally right in this area right here. As you see, it's north of Georgia 32, in between the Chatterton and the Nichols area. And it's continuing to work its way pretty quickly here out towards the northeast. So this is what we're watching right here. You can see some of that rotation right in this area. The green has the winds which are going towards the radar coming out of Valdosta, and the reds are the winds which are going away from the radar. So you see a minus 33, and then you see winds going away at 28 miles per hour. So we got a couplet in there with seeing some rotation embedded in that storm. That has prompted the tornado warning. Now let's put a tracker on here and see exactly where this is going to be going. And it looks like it's moving pretty quickly out to the northeast at about 45 miles per hour. And not seeing any storms in there. Let's see if we can put another tracker on there and see if we can get any other cities out there which are going to be picking up something. Getting into the Graham area, if it holds together by 5:35, and again, this warning goes through 5:15 on this current trajectory, getting over towards Baxley by about 5:40. So again, as far as the warnings go, we do have that tornado warning, which is in effect right now for parts of northeastern areas here of Coffee County and extreme western areas of the Bacon County area. It's west of Alma. That tornado warning goes through 5:15, and the cell which prompted that warning is this one right here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and show you that we have the motion of that storm as it continues to make its way out, again, quickly to the northeast. So if you're watching right now, this one is continuing to work quickly out to the northeast. Let's go ahead and put this in a little bit of a motion here over the last hour, and we'll play that one for you in a loop. And there it goes. It's moving quickly again. So it's going to move into the areas of Bacon County. So if you're watching over here into Bacon County right now, even extreme, let's say, southeastern areas of the Jeff Davis County area, you need to be watching this system as well, as it's going to be moving into those areas. Again, the storm itself is right about in this area, and it'll be heading up in this general region. So it's going to be crossing over into southeastern areas of the Jeff Davis County area and extreme northwestern regions here of the Bacon County region. This is the tornado warning, the storm which is capable of producing a tornado at any time. We're seeing rotation in the storm and the velocity. We're seeing rotation in there. Will it translate down to the ground? That remains to be seen. So we got to make sure that you are aware of this. Make sure if you are in the path of this system that you are seeking shelter in the lowest level of your home, away from any windows. We want you in an interior room, an interior closet, or an interior bathroom would be a good place to be. As long as there's no windows in there, you're going to be just fine. You want as many walls in between you and the outside as possible. Again, here's where the tightest rotation is we're looking at right now. Not really picking up too many cities, so hopefully this is a very unpopulated area. But that's where in that outlined circle area, which we are seeing some of the tightest rotation right now. And it continuing to work again just to the north now, kind of the Nichols area, and it will continue to make its way out to the northeast. And these storms have been racing 40 to 45 miles per hour, so it's getting, again, closer to the Graham area by 5:35 and also getting into the Baxley area. Now, the rotation with the storm doesn't look as impressive as it did just about 10 to 15 minutes ago, so that's definitely some good news. But we are still looking at the warning going through that 5:15 hour. So we'll go ahead and reset that for you and kind of give you a view, because we have a couple other storms that we're tracking besides that tornado warning for that area. Let's go ahead and put all the alerts on. And what we're looking at, tornado watch continues for our entire area through 7 p.m. We have the severe thunderstorm warning now, which it goes through 6 p.m. for parts of Bullock County, into northern areas there of Effingham County, and then I'll head into Hampton County and northern Jasper County. But the tornado warning is right there as we're watching that into into Coffee County and extreme western areas of Bacon County going through 5:15. So those are the only warnings we have out there right now. And anytime we do have a tornado warning which is threatening our area, of course, WTOC is going to be staying on through the entirety of that warning. So we're going to go ahead and zoom on down to that area right now and again show you where that rotation is. And it looks like it's north. So if you're watching in Nichols, you're fine right now. Now, if you're watching, again, there's not many cities out ahead of this path right here. So that's hopefully some good news that we don't have much in the way of any homes hopefully being affected. But in this general area here, we are still seeing some broad rotation. That's the green, which is going towards the radar, and the red, which is going away from the radar. And we're still picking up a little bit of that rotation as it continues to race out towards the northeast. Again, there's the tracker as we put it on there for you, seeing that get over towards the Baxley area by about 5:36. Now, is this producing a tornado? Again, it's kind of hard to tell whether we're seeing this tornado on the ground right now. It's still rotation in the storm that could produce a tornado at any moment. So if you're in the path of that storm, we got to make sure you're in the lowest level of your home, away from any windows, and an interior hallway or an interior closet is a great place to be. Latest coming from the Weather Service right now out of Jacksonville, they're continuing that tornado warning, or we're getting the possibility of getting some hail embedded in there as well. You see a very good chance for seeing some hail. They're indicating that hail is associated with this system. Let's see if we can see anything picking up with the correlation coefficient associated with this storm right now. And what we're looking at now is the correlation coefficient. How much are these, what's in the storm, how much are they all the same shape and size? Now, if they're getting the same shape and size, you're seeing a lot of the returns here and more the reds and the yellows. But if you start to get something different in there, sometimes you can get some tornadic debris. If you get some of that tornado tearing up a house or getting cars or any type of buildings or something, that debris gets lifted up in the sky, and we can see that. Normally you get some more blues showing up in there, which indicates, hey, that's different than the actual rain reflectivity. So again, we're not seeing that, which is good news right now. So again, this is just what we're looking at is a tornado, which is radar indicated as the storm continues to make its way out towards the northeast. There's the storm right now, and the heaviest of the activity is still moving now into parts of the Bacon County region as we put the, that's the reflectivity where we're seeing the rain showers right now. And you see the heaviest stuff is moving out of Jeff Davis County, moving into western areas of the Bacon County area. It's well out to the northwest of the Alma area. Now, as we put the velocity back on, which actually sees inside the storm where the winds are going, we're still getting the strongest activity in this general area right here, which is, again, showing that we still have some very broad rotation. Again, this could be producing a tornado. We're not exactly sure, so we want to make sure that you are aware of that, whether it's down to the ground. We have rotation, which is spotted inside the storm, and we can see that right now. We'll go ahead and show you that we have velocities which are going away from the radar in red, 37 miles per hour, and you see the green velocity, which are going towards the radar at 26 miles per hour. So that's giving us a nice little velocity couplet in there, which is well over 50 to 60 miles per hour. So we are seeing some type of spin out in that region. So that's why we got to make sure that you're aware of that. We do have that tornado warning, which is continuing for this area here until 5:15 p.m. So right now we are just about at 5:10. Got another 5 minutes to go for that tornado warning, and we'll see if the Weather Service continues coming out of the Jacksonville, Florida area, whether they're going to continue with that warning or not. But that is what we're looking at, and the National Weather Service is continuing to track that area as well. It's this region here, which is now pretty much moved into Bacon County. So if you're watching over into Coffee County, it looks like you're going to be fine. You're clear right now. It's north of the Nichols area, now moving west of Alma. If you're watching over in Alma, the Geisei region, you're going to be just fine right now. It's this area which we're seeing the broad rotation right here. Again, not really showing any cities out here. We'll see if we can kind of zoom in and pick up some maybe streets over here in this general region. As the tightest rotation is getting over towards the Wolf Pit Church Road area. So if you're watching over in that area, maybe Liberty Church Road in that region, Tommy Taylor Road watching over in that area. This is where the rotation, which we're seeing, will be moving over your area very shortly right now. It's right kind of over the Pirate Lane, Iowa River Road region, which we are seeing that rotation over in that area. So is it making its way down to the surface? Again, we are looking at rotation into the sky, into the actual storm, and it's probably a few thousand feet up in the air, which we're seeing that. So will that rotation translate down to the ground? We're not sure, but we want to make sure that you are aware of that. We'll put the tracker back on there, and we're still seeing that activity now into western areas of Bacon County, kind of right over western areas of Bacon County, kind of right over in this general area as it works out to the west. Now again, there's not that many cities in here, not picking up any in that scan, so we'll zoom out a little bit here. We'll continue to produce some very heavy rainfall, and we're still seeing that rotation. So the storm itself has moved out of the warned area right now where the tornado warning is.
About 2 minutes left.
We got 2 minutes left on the tornado warning. So again, the advisory right now is coming out of our Jacksonville, Florida office, and we're going to see if they continue with that warning, if they issue a new warning to extend that, or if they activity out there. But we've been watching this possibility. 1 or 2 of these thunderstorms could have rotation, and this is why today has been a first alert weather day. So again, we're going to continue to see that. Let's get back and kind of refocus our area of what we have. And we still have that severe thunderstorm warning right now for the areas of now Scriven County. So Bullitt County, that severe storm has moved out of your area. It's northern areas here of Effingham County, which is continuing to see that storm. And it looks like that's producing some very heavy rainfall right over 21. That's going to head out towards the northeast as well, get over towards the Brighton area, 533, the Furman region by about 543. So we are waiting to see whether they're going to continue that warning or not.
Expired.
They just expired that tornado warning. So again, now that the tornado warning has expired, let's go back over here and just recenter that and let you know we're going to stay with you here. The weather team is going to be staying with you, but we're going to get you back to the Masters right now. Have the WTOC First Alert weather app handy. If we do have any more of these storms kind of firing up, maybe pulsing up a little bit, and if we do have any more tornado warnings, we're going to be cutting into the programming, the repeat broadcast of the Masters, and give you an update and stay with you as long as there's a tornado warning in our area. Now, if we don't have any more tornado warnings, we're going to get you back over towards the Masters.
It's interesting because look, I mean, look at that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I was waiting for them to extend it.
I mean, they might pop